Hello, class. This is a quick overview of the different things that we've done so far the past couple of days. So I'm going to have a quick quiz here. You only get one shot at answering. There aren't any redos on answers, so try to answer carefully. What this is going to do is ask you about some of the image trace options, and it's going to ask you about the live paint bucket options. And then we're going to talk a little bit about making some snowflakes using rotate. So let's get started. First question is, what do I do to make something into a vector art? If I have something that's a JPEG like this, see, there's got lots of pixels there. What do I do? Okay, so if you answered correctly, the answer is to go to image trace and try a couple of these options. You can try default, which leaves some gaps between the trees. So hopefully you said that that was a bad thing to have gaps between the trees. Let's try silhouettes like we did before. Let's try a low fidelity photo. That seems to work out pretty well. So we'll go with that one. Now the next thing to hit after I've live traced is what? Okay, so if you answered right, you said expand. Then from expand, I want to go to ungroup. And now what do I do to get rid of any of this white background? Well, hopefully you said that select the direct selection tool, and then I can select it and delete it. And now I just have the object here, and that's it. Okay, now to make something into a live paint item, what do I do? Okay, hopefully, again, you said select all of this, go to Object, Live Paint, Make. All right. So now if I'm ready to have some fun with this, the panel I want to have open to use Live Paint. Okay, again, that should be the swatches. And you notice I don't have any swatches added here. How do I add swatches? Okay, so to add swatches, I hit on this item right here called the hamburger, open swatch library, and let's go with, oh, kids stuff. It's a very kiddie looking thing. Get those guys over there, I like them. Got to have black and white. It's got red on there too. Yeah, it's pretty good. Okay, now what's the keyboard shortcut to, well, that was pretty tricky. The keyboard shortcut to get to the live paint bucket, it's K. So now I can go here and just start selecting and filling up some of these items. We'll give them a green scarf. We'll give them, stick with white on here. You know what? Maybe I can make this white a little bit different. Let's go to CMYK and make it just a little bit off gray, maybe slightly blue. Yeah. If that looks too gray, a little too ugh, well, there's a couple things we can do. Let's bring this down just a little bit. Oh, that's better. All right. Oh, looks like I forgot the green up here. There we go. Let's give same color for that, that, and that. So as you can see, there's a couple different things that you can do when you have live paint enabled. Quite a few colors here that you can mess with. There we go. How about some black poles? That seems to be pretty good. Maybe green trees. What do you think? Oh, it's not going to let me. You know why? It's not a live paint object. And that's because when you open this whole thing up, yeah, it looks like the whole thing is a live paint object, but this guy really isn't because it has too many gaps right here. So, all right, so that takes care of that first part. Now let's do some, let's do a quick snowflake. See if we can remember how to make a snowflake. All right, so I'm going to zoom in where I'm going to have my snowflake start. And let's see, what's a good object to use? That's right, you want to use the line segment tool. And I can go back to my swatches and pick my color. Increase the stroke sum. And let's make that this color. Okay, now what do I want to do? Well, if you said make it into this kind of pattern, then you're right. It doesn't have to be that pattern, though. You could pick, this one if you wanted to. Let's try that one. And next thing you should really do is make it into a gradient. So let's get my swatches over here so I can make this go to a decent gradient. If I wanted to delete this, what's a fast way to delete things off the gradient slider? That's right, click and drag down. If I want to duplicate this one, what's a quick way to duplicate this color? I hold down Option, drag over, and then let go of Option. If I want to change this color real quick, what do I do? Yeah, just double click on it. Increase the blue sum. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, now to rotate this, what is the keyboard shortcut to rotate? That's right, it's R. Well, what do I do with this guy right here? Boy, that's hard to read. Hard to see that. Yeah, I'm going to grab him, and I'm going to, see, that's what happens when you don't grab right on him. I'm going to grab him, I'm going to move him down to maybe there. Now what do I do? Yeah, I hold down Option, and I click once, and I click twice, and then I want to make sure he's still there. And he is. So I'll do like, 15 degrees or so and hit copy, then Command what? What am I doing now? Yep, I'm Command D to duplicate my image. Now I can just group them all together, shrink them down, and I got a snowflake. Now if I want to make them a symbol, how do I make them a symbol? Here's my symbols panel. How do I make them do a symbol? Yeah, I'm going to drag them onto the symbols panel, name it, and then hit OK. Now can I delete them off of here? Yes, yes I can. And you see that little plus button that indicates that it's a symbol that's being used. Now to make it into a symbol, all I need to do is use my symbol sprayer and then spray away. Wow, those are really hard to see. What could I do to make these easier to see? How can I alter all of these symbols at once? That's right, I'm going to double click on this, and here's my one symbol right here. I can go to this and change up my colors. And once I do that, it should make all of them change. Okay, that concludes this little pop quiz. Hope you all stayed dry and warm over the weekend.